All right, here we are, episode 37 of Merriwether's World, with no catchy catchphrase to share with you today. Um, at some point, Merriweather will pop in to say hi, but due to, hey, Tina's here. Hey, you said you weren't going to be here, but you're here. Don't lie to me. Don't mess with my emotions right now. I'm a fragile dude. Okay. Um, yeah, so still flying on crappy equipment, but so be it. That's what I got. I'm okay with that. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Mary, people are here. Okay, people are showing up. We got three people, so that's enough to start the show. I mean, I'd do it in front of the mirror. Hey, Kiri. Hey, loving the goat videos and the duckling videos and the rabbit videos and how to diaper a baby goat video, which I never ever expected myself to ever watch, but here we are. Hey, Kathleen. Okay, cool. So what's going on for, I guess all of you know me, so I don't have to remind you that, hey, I'm the guy that wrote Idiot's Guide Foraging and all that other stuff that I do. Hey, Bunny. It's good to see you all. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough day. So if you've been following I was supposed to have a job, phone interview today. But at the last moment, it got canceled. They're looking at putting that on hold. So the job is not currently available. They will get back to me if and when they decide that they want to open that up. Pretty bummed about that because it was going really, really well up until that point. So, I see someone sneaking in. She doesn't sneak well. She has not been a good student in the art of sneaking. Hey, there she is, though. But she is, a good student in all the other arts of studentness. Yeah, we'll go with that. Studentness. You gonna hang around? Or you gonna
homework?
Oh, she has homework. Studentess. Yep. So
yeah.
All right, yeah. Come in here and say it loud.
Love you all.
There we go. If you're gonna love someone, do it loud and proud. Yeah. Hey, people are saying hi, Minnie. She's already gone. Off to do great things. Better do great things. Anyway, suddenly paying for her college got that much harder. Not any fault of hers, fault of mine. Yeah, so the job interview I was supposed to have today has been put on hold indefinitely. The job interview I was supposed to have tomorrow was put on hold until next Friday. The thing tomorrow wasn't so much an interview as it was described as kind of a fact-finding event. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. Ooh, wild plums and persimmons are already grabbed here near San Felipe. Ooh, a few chili pequins too. Man, my chili pequin bush got killed a few years ago, and I just haven't had a chance to replace it. I was hoping to get to one of the Houston Arboretum native plant sales, but I was teaching, so I couldn't get one. Love me the chili pequins. They have that wonderful smoky flavor. So they're extremely hot, but it's not just heat. It's heat plus flavor. So that's really, really, really good. Oh, yeah. So yeah, the big steam locomotive thing that's going, traveling across the US and currently in Texas should be going past my house tomorrow around 11-ish something. So I'm gonna, stand out there with a big sign that says, hire me, I can make, fire or something. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, Matt. I'm staying optimistic for the most part. Hey, Chris. Like I said, last time, 3 years ago, when I got laid off from the oil industry, along with a bazillion others, it only took me 7 weeks to find a job where there are others that took over a year. So maybe I used up all my good luck. Maybe there is more good luck waiting for me. But everyone, prayers are always appreciated. Hey, that reminds me. Let's jump into something important here. So let me just put this here. Paste, return. Okay, so like I said, for those of you who want to help, you can buy stuff and it will earn me money. So if you go to the links that I just posted there, yeah, I get money if you buy anything from these things. The Foraging bandana from Wazoo, Uncommon Bees, if you buy stuff from there, use the coupon Forking Weeds and you'll get a 10% discount. And they have an amazing amount of different bee stuff. Go to their bee shop, check out their bee goods, and they'll treat you, really, really well. And of course, the Amazon shop, if you're looking for books or gear or foraging or anything like that, always beneficial. I get 6% of the sales price from that, paid by Amazon, not tacked onto your own price. So that's cool. Foraging Texas t-shirts available from Cafe Press. And just because I'm really an optimist, I have an Amazon wish list there. But then here's some other things you can do that don't directly impact my finances, but it does impact my position in the universe from a karma point of view. This is the universal sign for karma. Pantomime. Anyway, so now there are two places you can win me. You already know about the Bayou Land Conservancy auction. That's this Friday, actually. No, sorry, this Saturday. Not sure if they still have tickets available, but even if you don't want to go to the event, the silent auction is online. I am item number 706. So I don't know what the current bid. Let me take a look. What is the current bid on me? It's probably really cheap. Oh, come here. Yeah, it's $90. So if you bid more than $90 and you're in Houston area, you can, we'll work out a day when I will spend some 3 hours with you, 4 hours. I don't remember exactly what it was. And we will tour one of the Bayou Land Conservancy properties in the Houston area, and you can learn all the cool wild edibles. But wait, there's more, as you know I like to say. If you bid $600 or more, I will come out to your location if you are within 3.5 hours of Houston. And there's some fudging there. If it's 4 hours, we can maybe work something out. Again, this is all donated time and gas and money by me. I don't get anything from it except the love of the universe and the Bayou Land Conservancy. Also, the Nature Discovery Center down in Alief, down in kind of the heart of Houston, but not actually part of Houston. Alief is a weird town that never got eaten by Houston. But anyway, in the Nature Discovery Center on Friday, November 15th, they are having their Doorway to Discovery Twilight Gala. So they are also having a silent auction. I do not believe it is online, but you can win a tour of the facility there with me. So again, this is more the Houston area people, unless you want to drive into the gala and then drive in a second time to go exploring the grounds of the Nature Discovery Center and see all the cool wild edible plants there. So Mary Horn shared this info. Oh, thank you, Mary. Hey, William. Hey, Jody. Hey, Chris. Always good to see you. Hey, Louie. Oh, Gary, I'm 5 hours if you don't stop for any reason. Yeah, that's a long drive. That makes for a long day. And I need this time to hunt for a job. Okay, Matt, do you keep an inventory of your books that a farmer's market might want to sell? No, I don't. And the reason being, because of the way the publishing works and taxes work and all that sort of thing works, in the end, unless I sell the book for outrageously higher than the cover price, I don't make anything off it by selling it, because the taxes eat up what little profit I do make after I buy the book from the publisher. So long story short, no, I don't have any books on hand to sell. It's the best thing I found with that is to get my 67 cents when someone buys it from Amazon through my specific link. Hey, Uncommon Bees. Hey, brother. Uncommon Bees, like I said, go to their website, check out their bee stuff, all sorts of amazing. No, I don't have it because I have it over by my in the kitchen. The latest Uncommon Bees with this little help from Merriwether concoction, the Buzz Honey with the taurine and the ground up coffee beans and the freeze dried lemon peel and stuff like that. Amazingly good. A little jar. And Uncommon Bees can tell exactly the weight of the jar, but and love in the jar. It's equivalent to a case of like Monster or Rockstar energy drink, but way healthier for you. One thing it won't do is turn your urine fluorescent yellow. So it's all naturally goodness type stuff. Hey, Ramona. Hey, Ramona, thank you for your donation. When I sent you an email to thank you, it bounced back. So I don't know what that deal is. But thank you. Hey, Andrea, I got 3 of your books. Oh, good. Hopefully you got one in each vehicle, one, in your car and one in the bathroom. Let me tell you, the best place to keep foraging books is there in your bathroom when you're sitting there escaping from your family or whatever, and you just need some time instead of, doing your cell phone on, on the toilet. Grab one of the foraging books and just study the pictures and train your eye to see those plants again than when you're out in the wild. Amazing how good that works. So, okay. So what questions do you have tonight? Like I said, I without the ability to, like I can't even move a camera right now. Things are going backwards as far as my computer system and the streaming software and so forth. So I am kind of, are we good? Okay, for a minute there, it looked like it even died. Yeah, so I can't, I mean, maybe I could pick up the screen and show you. It would not be easy because, I got, Delilah, I got my arch enemy, the squirrel here. So any questions? Okay, hey Sandra, yeah, the phone call didn't happen. The company decided for the time being that they are putting that position on hold. They will contact me when it does open up again. So the phone call did not happen because the position is no longer there right now. So yeah, kind of sucks. But onward, Christian soldier. We'll see. So yeah, Tina, yeah, if you had $600 to bid, a new computer would be good. Citrus, okay, Kiri, the citrus looking tree, it was a Satsuma orange that I posted. I don't know about rocky soil. It likes, the Houston kind of clayey soil. No really amendments or anything. So I would say, actually, I would say look up specifically for the Satsuma orange and see what the nurseries and stuff recommend for it. I'm assuming like most citrus, it will like a bit of good drainage just to avoid any root rot or fungal issues. So if you can plant it on a slight mound will help. But as far as rocky, I don't know. I think how rocky is rocky. If it has to, climb through rocks, or if there's a rock here and a rock here with plenty of space for the roots to grow, it should do okay. Let's see, it's tolerant. So we're talking about the Satsuma orange that I just took, bushels of fruit off lately. They have a new one that is cold hardy up to zone 8 and can handle 20-degree Fahrenheit temperatures if you just wrap it some. But otherwise, it's hardy zones 9 and 10. But it's an amazing producer, really good fruit. excuse me, it is a hybrid, so it has very few seeds. It might have 1 or 2 seeds in the entire fruit. I like picking them now at the beginning of November when they're still a little green, because they still have a little bit of tartness that blends well with the really sweetness of it. It's a very sweet orange. I find when they turn orange in color, or yellow orange in color, it's all sweet, but it's a slightly bland sweet. There's actually such a thing as being too sweet. So, hey Debbie, good to hear. Are you coming? Hey Miguel. Ooh, wild mustard. It depends. Okay, all right, let me get back to you, Miguel, and then let me finish on the Satsuma. Okay, yeah. So Leslie, if you want cold hardy citrus, yeah, the Satsuma, especially that new one that I posted on the Facebook page here, I guess it was this morning, but also look into kumquats and Meyer lemons. Those all do really well. Miguel, wild mustard. So there's a bunch of different wild mustards. So you'd have to figure out just which of the wild mustards. Are we talking little mustard or big mustard or which? Send me pictures and let's see if we can figure this out. When I was out at Pioneer Days last year, I saw a wild mustard that I did not recognize. It was obviously a mustard. I think it actually might have been, so it was in the mustard family, which has very distinctive structural features. I think if I had to narrow it down from the mustard family down into a particular one of the subcategories of mustards, I'm thinking now it might have been some sort of rogue wild radish, but I'd have to go back and think on that. Oh yeah, good to hear the Meyer is also thriving. Man, I love me the Meyer lemons. I don't have room for a Meyer lemon. I'm actually considering pulling something else out to put in a Meyer lemon, but I love everything I have. So, okay. What else do we have going on? Any other questions? Otherwise, we can close up for the night. We've been going for 18 minutes. No, usually we end up going a lot longer. And tonight we don't have the Astros. It was a bummer, but if you've been reading the stories about the World Series, and in particular the stories from the New Yorkers that came down to Texas and were amazed by how nice we all were. That warms our house. They felt really like we weren't enemies. We were fellow sports enthusiasts that treated them with a great deal of respect, and which is really weird for a New Yorker to be treated with respect, having spent a number of years up there. Yeah, it's not exactly something you expect. Hey, Bruhi. I hope I spelled or pronounced your name correct. Kathleen, yeah, extremely poor planning, tree spacing. Yeah, it's tempting to put them way closer together than they should be, isn't it? I don't know if some of you remember my post from earlier this year, early summer. I had planted a muscadine grapevine right next to the house, and years ago, and it was doing fantastic, and each year it was just exploding more and more, even though I'd prune it way back. It'd just go crazy, and then I discovered it was starting to creep under the siding of the house, which is not a good thing. So I'm in the process of whacking it all back and digging it up and moving it somewhere else in the yard, except that I don't know where I can put it. We'll figure something out. Otherwise, I'm really going to just have to kill it, and I hate to do that. Hey, Joe. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Bruhi. And again, can I call you Jojo? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Oh, yeah, Matt. Trifoliate orange are dripping too. Super tart. Yes, they make a good security fence. They also make a fairly decent zest. The trifoliate orange, if you go to www.foraging Texas, scroll down, trifoliate orange. The other thing I like doing is taking they're a small fruit. When you pick it, kind of bounce it on the counter for a bit and roll it on the counter. Don't break the skin, but try and bruise the inside some and let it sit for about 3 days. Then you cut it in half and squeeze it really hard, and you'll get good juice out of it that way. Hey, David, good to see you, man. One of these days we have to go camping again because it's cold weather now. And Joe, hopefully how's your dad doing? Answer me, man. Again, longtime friend Joe there. His dad recently broke his hip. Is that correct? Not good. So hopefully he's doing what the doctor orders, which Joe and I both know his dad doesn't do very well because his dad is a doctor, and the worst patient for a doctor is another doctor. Oh yeah, siding problem with jasmine and grapevines too. Okay, Catherine, don't worry about knowing. Nature will sort it out. Go ahead and plant lots of plants and just see which ones do well at your spot and go from there. Yeah, David, heck yeah. Uncommon Bees, back where we were. He always has a spot open for us. We might have to put some labor in, but that's okay. They're actually building a house there. Oh, okay. Leslie David just bought a house and discovered lots of pokeweed behind the fence. Cool. Along a coulee. Thoughts on what else to put in what would be considered native weedy? So around the pokeweed, definitely some wild violets, wood sorrel, lamb's quarter, peppergrass. Hey, let me look. What else? Things I see growing around there. And of course, all the different dandelion type stuff. Some epizote is always good. It should do well around there. Epizote kind of needs more of a full sun. If you have a full sun area, you might put the epizote in the full sun, because the pokeweed it can do sun or shade. I guess if you have full sun there, go ahead with the epizote. If it's slightly shaded, go with, like I said, the wild violets, the peppergrass. If you can find bittercress and the assorted dandelions, things like that. Queen Anne's lace. Well, of course, with Queen Anne's lace, you want to be careful that if you're pulling it up, you don't accidentally pull up a pokeweed root. Extremely medicinal used properly, extremely poisonous used wrong. Oh, it's brie. Okay. Interesting. All right. No fracture. He was just bruised. Oh, okay. Okay, so he did fall. Joe's dad does not have a broken hip, thank God. He fell, but he's having some problems. He had kind of some brain injury earlier this year that caused problems, but it looks like he's recovering. Yay! Good. Let's see. Michael says, I have the Mustang grapes, but every time they get started with grapes, it seems that we don't get any more rain and they don't produce. Ugh. That's a problem. Same with elderberry. One thing you might consider, Michael, depending on how old the Mustang grapevine is, a lot of times they just, actually, if you're not getting rain, then normally if the Mustang grapevine is really happy, it's getting the right amount of rain and sunlight, it actually produces less fruit than when it's stressed. The theory being, when it's stressed, it realizes it better try and set some babies out there, reproduce just to keep the plant going. But if you're not getting any rain and they're not producing, that is a problem. There's not a lot you can do other than like irrigate, and that can get expensive. Same with elderberry. Yeah, the elderberry is what I call a wet foot plant. Elderberry, it loves to be right next to large bodies of water. So it needs water to grow. It's a very prolific plant. It grows a lot. So to do that, it needs a lot of water. In your yard, if you can, plant it where the air conditioner drains. And that will help a lot, actually. The one in my yard that's thriving the most is right where the AC drains, because there's always at least some dampness there. So that helps. Ooh, Sandra, any ideas how to get rid of the sand bits in the yard, as in goats? Yeah, the sand burrs. Oh, man. Nope. Eat what you can. The sand burrs, the dried seeds. You roast those, you crush them up, you get the seed out of that prickly, clingy, pointy, painful husk, and it's actually a good source of food, but it's a lot of work. Oh, okay, Joel, hello. You mentioned oyster mushrooms can handle some cold weather. What other mushrooms should we keep an eye out for over the fall and winter? Good question, Joel. So yes, the oyster mushrooms are very cold tolerant. Another really great one are and I need to make sure I pronounce it properly. If you go to Foraging, Texas, in the mushroom, scroll down on the left-hand side, the Hercaceum, yeah, Hericicum mushroom, Hericicium, Hericicum, which is the lion's mane and the bear's tooth. Really, really, really good. Those are cold weather. A lot of times in early January, right after hunting season ends, is when I disappear into the Sam Houston forest to look for them. The wood's ear is another one. It actually looks like an ear, a dark brown ear growing on a piece of wood, on dead wood. That's on the Foraging, Texas. The turkey tail, you can find some. Those are the main ones. Those are the main ones. Occasionally you might get a shaggy mane, but they're more of a spring sort of thing, but they might get it. Okay. McGill, I have found that I've identified a plant as frostweed. It is medicinal. It is, so the frostweed, also known as a compass plant, it's Verbaskia, Virginia, something like that. If you Google frostweed, it is medicinal, and I don't want to stir you wrong. I have to look in my notes, and I will follow up. I'll answer your question there. But if I remember correctly, it is mainly good for skin infections and irritants. So as a poultice or as a wash on your skin, not usually taken internally. I want to say it is poisonous if taken internally, and I don't have a copy of my book I'm writing available right now, and I could look it up right away. But yeah, Joel, going back to you, also chanterelles and milk indigos, or indigo milk mushrooms, are two more that you might encounter during the cooler weather. But yeah, Miguel, the skin, jumping around here, skin infections and skin irritations for the frostweed. Do I have I don't have frostweed up on my website yet. No, but it will be in the medicinal plant book that I'm writing. Okay, Kathleen, I bought some discount vines last year that looked straight dead. They didn't even tags, but man, I got tons of grapes. Yes. I love that. 50-cent waste plants at like Home Depot and so forth. You'd be amazed what you can get there. It's good to know you have that green thumb growing. Oh yeah, and vermicompost, the worms are great at turning kitchen scraps into extremely nutritious plant food dirt. Cutting down baby mountain cedar trees. Deer and hog are definitely a problem. This time of year, you can thin them out. If you need help thinning out them, let me know. Birds, yeah, Sandra, the sand burrs. Cool. Goats love mountain cedar. Okay, that's cool to know. I didn't realize, well, then again, goats will, traditionally eat everything. So it's good to know that they eat mountain cedar. Okay, Roma. So I have some really old cedar type trees. How do I know if they're really junipers, and can I dry the berries? Okay, here's the thing, Roma. Cedar and juniper are the same thing. It's just different common names for the same plant. So if you have a cedar, you have a juniper. Let's see. They have trunks that are, 50 to 200 feet tall, loaded with berries. I'm guessing that is a red cedar. If you Google cedar USDA, it will bring up a link for where the USDA has a map of North America where you find it. And then up along the top of the page, there will be different tabs, and one of them is called taxoma or subtaxia, something like that, but it's all the variations of cedar. You click on that and you go through and you can kind of get some ideas of which might be. That North America's map, you can click on it and zoom in tighter and tighter down to the county level for states. So you can actually zoom in, look at the different cedars that are found in Texas, zoom in on the map, see which ones are in your area. If it's 200 feet tall, I'm guessing that's a red cedar though, which would be awesome because the berries are edible. They actually have enough sugar in them that you can eat them raw, though they also have a pretty strong resinous flavor, but they are coated with the natural yeast. And so if you mash them up in some water, they will self-ferment from the yeast that's on them into up to like a 3 to 3.5% alcohol drink. Kind of cool. Trunks loaded with berries. How do you dry a dehydrator? I'm assuming you mean dry in a dehydrator. In that case, you would just lay them on the screen. Hopefully the dehydrator has a thin screen. If it doesn't, if the screens are too big or the holes are too big to hold the berries, usually what you can do is you can put down some what's called parchment paper. You find it by the aluminum foil, and put the berries on the parchment paper on the trays in the dehydrator and dehydrate them that way. As far as the mushrooms in the big thicket area, 2 weeks ago, they were absolutely loaded. But remember, you need to have permission to harvest them. And in the big thicket natural preserve, you cannot harvest mushrooms, but you can harvest 1 pint of berries or nuts per person there. So that's cool. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Ricardo. Works good for sodas. Yeah, so Ricardo is mentioning the cedar berries, the yeast. It's a really good way of making a carbon dioxide infused bubbly sort of drink. So, Carrie, yeah, 10 to 15 feet tall. These are going to be kind of small yet. No, you got goats. All right. Juniper berry. It's like gingerbread. Ooh, that would be good. I usually take the juniper and use it to infuse the apple cider vinegar to make kind of a poor man's, especially now, sorry, poor man's balsamic vinegar mimic sort of thing, which is really good. Ooh, drying the cedar berries. Whole house smelled like cedar. I'm thinking that's a good smell, but I guess it could be kind of strong. So what else is going on? Hey, Jackie. Again, very, very long time friends. It's good to see friends. Now is the time yeah. So, obviously it's been kind of stressful now. Tuesday, it was good. An old buddy of mine from the oil field, we got together and, okay, for those of you who think I'm a vegetarian, I'm not. I like meat. I like lots of meat. Over the years, I'd helped this guy with different things, and he actually took me out for supper Tuesday night to one of those Brazilian steakhouses. I'd always dreamed of going to a Brazilian steakhouse, where they just keep bringing skewers of meat, for as long as you're willing to put the meat in your mouth and swallow it. I think we did a pretty good dent in their meat supply, but it was just awesome. Like I said, friends, if you have friends, make some time to spend time with your friends. Was it like adulthood is running into people saying, hey, we got to get together sometime, and never actually getting together sometime. Get together with them for some time. Anka, the goldenrod is still flower and some is going to seed. Is it too late to make tea out of it? So the goldenrod flowers, you don't want to take many, but it's still good for tea. Once it's starting to get brown and and the flowers are dying and turning brown and going to seed, yeah, then it's too late. And it is definitely too late for the goldenrod leaves to be used for tea. But already I am starting to see next year's little goldenrod shoots pop up. So if you're in an area that's heavy with goldenrod, look around close to the ground. You might see little shoots. Give them about 6 weeks. Let them get at least 8 inches tall. A foot would be better, and then you can take off the top inch. If you let them get, like 2 feet tall, then you can take about 4 inches off the top. But when you do that on the goldenrod, where you cut it, it will then grow 2 to 4 extra stalks off it. And so by pruning it, it's one of those plants that does, bush out. And then in the fall, it will produce that many more flowers. So it's okay to take some of the flowers if you've been pruning your goldenrod for that. Oh, Carrie, you traded the dried berries from homemade soap. Cool. Leaves in coffee. Yeah. So Ricardo, I've been doing that. I don't have any. I have. Oh wait. Yes. So crushed up goldenrod leaves. I need these for a class I'm doing on Sunday for chartreuse, the alcohol people. But yeah, when you're making coffee, throw some of the goldenrod dried flower, the fresh flowers or the dried leaves in there. And I think it adds another complexity, almost like a gingery anise sort of flavor to the coffee that I really like. Oh, yeah, Andrea Henbut coming up in Freestone County, not surprised. A lot of the winter plants are already shooting up. The cat's ear, bittercress are 2 big ones. Japanese hawkweed, some of those things are going on already. Winter has come. There's no such thing as fall in Texas, or it may last for 1 day, and then you get winter. But there's really no such thing as winter here either, just cold, wet weather. But great for oyster mushrooms. Wow, I think it was 10 years ago. It was my first time at your class. Actually, yeah, so I've been doing this now for 11 years, almost 12 years. Before that, I had been teaching, but it was basically random strangers contacting me through my hiking adventure blog and saying, hey, we're going hiking in an adventure. Will you come along and teach us wild edible plants? Oh, and cleavers. Hey, Tina, yeah. I'm not surprised you have cleavers. I got some around here. But back to Wesley. Yeah, so 11 years was when I first started. Oh, those of you, do you remember where the class was, Wesley? Was it at the Houston Arboretum or along Spring Creek or where it was? I'm just curious. Ooh, black trumpets. You have black trumpets? Man, Ricardo. Oh, Ricardo. Remember how we were talking about Indian pipe? When I was up at the big thicket, I finally found some. It was like a religious experience seeing them. I've been searching for this plant called an Indian pipe for decades, and I finally saw it and was able to get pictures of it. It's a really freaky plant. It looks like a pipe, but it's kind of hung over, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but it's white or pinkish in color. It lacks chlorophyll. So it can't photosynthesize, but it's still a plant. It's just like a parasite plant stealing nutrients from other things. But it's really, really, really cool. Oh, Memorial Drive. Okay. So that was probably with the spear survival. Hugel culture. I did that in my backyard, mainly made with oak bark. Is there a mushroom I could grow in it for food? All the wild mushrooms I find here are not edible. So, okay, if you're doing the hugel culture with the wood buried, not so much. But if you, let me pull it up. If you have oak logs, fungi. You can buy like little wooden dowels that are filled with mycelium of the different edible mushrooms that you can drill a hole in the log, stick it in there, put a little wax to seal it, and then wait a year and suddenly you have mushrooms. I just want to double check the website. Come on. Yep. Okay. So let me just reply. I'll reply to you special because you're awesome. Okay. So Carrie, if for anyone out there who wants to grow their own mushrooms, I recommend Fungi Perfecti. It is the company set up by Paul Stamets, who is the top mushroom promoter, researcher, out there. And he makes the highest quality grow your own mushroom kits. When it's all said and done, the only one I really trust for a grow your own mushroom kit is from Paul from his fungi.com, Fungi Perfecti. Get on their mailing list. Hey, Merriwether, on the stack of papers, there is a Fungi Perfecti catalog. Can you bring it to me, please? Cool. No, you don't get paid $7 for that. See, normally when Merriwether was my super helper, she would get paid to be part of the class or part of the thing. But yes, thank you. So from the forest to our farm to you, Fungi Perfecti. So not only is he selling, and I get nothing for promoting this, by the way. So there's no paid promotion or anything like that. It's just I really like him and I trust his stuff. But you can get mushroom growing kits, you can get mushroom products, all sorts of different things from that. And it's just a great catalog. But it's all different things, because the mushrooms have amazing medicinal properties. And he has a number of mushroom medical blends that he makes. He even has, like, if you can see it, the FAQ, how to grow, this stuff, what you should do, all sorts of things. So if you get, go to the website, sign up for the newsletter and the catalog, and you will get, I think it's twice a year he sends out the catalog. I mean, you can order stuff from the website anyway. Oh, hey, and if you join the Fungi Perfecti community, you get 10% off your next order. So that's cool. So yeah, if you're into mushrooms, want to grow your mushrooms, Fungi Perfecti is, like I said, about the only home kit that I would trust. Okay, where'd everyone go? Okay, who should cover? Oh, okay, so your bed is covered with oak bark. Oh man, reishi, definitely reishi. I'm concerned that the bark might break down too quickly. If you have access to some more logs, even like loaf of bread size, if possible, you would want to boil them in water for a while to sterilize them before spiking them with some of the Fungi Perfecti mycelium type stuff. Just to kill any fungi that might be in the wood. A common way of doing it is just a metal 55-gallon drum over a fire or a propane burner and bringing water to a boil and putting the logs in that and boiling the wood for a bit. Ideally, you want the heat to penetrate all the way into the wood, so you want to boil it for a while. But definitely a good way of preparing the wood for the fungus. Grocery only buttons available at Grocery Ace Hardware store in town. Oak buttons. Yeah. Yes, the Bree is talking. The look up on YouTube Paul Stamets and Joe Rogan. Really good sort of discussion on the science and for lack of, I'm a scientist saying this, almost the magical abilities of mushrooms and all the cool things they do for the world and can do for you too. Cuckoo, cuckoo, yeah. Serious, it's water. Yeah, the turkey tail mushroom, Paul Stamets did a lot of work. He will actually make the claim he cured his mother's cancer. I don't recall which type of cancer it was, but through turkey tail extraction. Turkey tail is a type of mushroom. I bet he sells turkey tail. I know he sells the powder. I'm wondering if he sells the turkey tail spore. I don't know. Okay, what else do we have? It's water. It's water. It's water. It's water. So yeah, it's water because I'm trying to get back into shape. One of the things my old job was really bad for me was commuting up to 3 hours a day. Didn't give me time to work out. And so I ended up gaining some weight that I'm trying to now get rid of. So, instead of getting up at 5 in the morning, I now get up at 6 in the morning and run on the treadmill for 45 minutes. And by run, I mean actually walk really fast. Eventually, I'll be back to running. Surprisingly enough, the Mrs. Weather sleeps through it all. She really doesn't wake up for anything. No, okay, maybe not anything, but yeah, she noise does not wake her, light does not wake her. The whole house shaking as I lumber on the treadmill does not wake her. But I'm trying to get into shape, and one of the things is I told myself, okay, I'm not going to drink until I have a job. So there's that. I mean, I'd normally have like one cocktail or one beer a night, especially if I was cooking. But yeah, none of that. Got a healthy. Okay. Oh, breast cancer. Yes. So Paul Stamets cured his mother of breast cancer, and he does sell turkey tail. Cool. Thank you, Bree, or JoJo, or whatever you go by. What else we got? Wow, 8:49. What else do we got going on here? Turkey tail all over. There are a number of turkey tail mimics. They're not poisonous, but you need to really examine them carefully to make sure you have turkey tail rather than one of the mimics. And again, if you go to the Foraging Texas website, scroll down on the left-hand side, mushrooms, turkey tail, it'll tell you what you need to know to identify if you have the true turkey tail or one of the mimics. Started working earlier today. Okay. Oh, Jane. Hey. So Jane Kelly, how did the interview go? Yeah, about an hour before the interview was supposed to happen, they contacted me, said they are pulling the position for now, but they will reach out to me if and when they open it up again. So no interview because the job no longer exists at this time. Kind of sucks. Yes. Oh, uncommon bees. Let me. Hopefully, you got in touch with the Indian Creek mushroom farm because that would be awesome. But I am looking forward to. Yeah. So onion. Uncommon bees has also started working on a line of mushroom infused honeys. So starting with the lion's mane. One of the great things about lion's mane mushrooms is they have been shown to have neuroprotective properties. So they help your brain. They help you think more clearly, help you remember things more easily, to the point where they've even shown that the lion's mane and the hericum mushrooms actually improve the mental abilities of Alzheimer's patients, which is awesome. So pretty cool. And now you can get honey with it. Like I said, uncommon bees, they have this wonderful freeze dryer machine, so they can take plant matter and suck out all the moisture without taking anything else out and without heat damaging it, and then grind it into a fine powder and suspend it into the honey, which is really, really cool and gives them the ability. I mean, go to their website here because they are awesome people. Oops, I can post it again here. And like I said, if you use the Forking Weeds coupon, you get 10% off. So check out the Uncommon Bees Bee Store and check out all the amazing things you can get there. And you can get it for 10% off, which is awesome. Hey, Jamie, joined just in time. So much fun. Hey, be sure to go back. If I know, Jamie, you have one of those names that I recognize, and I know you've been following me for a long time, so it's cool that you're here. Yeah, so if you haven't seen any of the episodes, go back and look at them. It'll only take like 35 hours of your life. Also over on YouTube, they've been slightly edited to take the boring parts out. So it will only take like 34 and 48 minutes of your life. All right. Kathleen, yes, I watch those. I just don't trust myself with foraging mushrooms unless I have someone with me slapping the poison mimics right over your hands. Yeah. Probably a good plan. Look around. There's got to be some mushroom person around you that can help. So otherwise, make the trek in. Yeah, so let me get with the Houston Arboretum and set up a weekday class. I need your input on that. When would be a good day? Monday's good, Friday's good. Does it need to be in the middle of the week? Where? And we'll set something up. Hey, Deborah, you're leaving already? Well, good night. Yes, Uncommon Bees, all mushrooms are edible once, but I like most people. So there's no one I want dead. I'd rather they, too bad there isn't a mushroom that instead of killing you, makes you aware of what you are doing on the planet. And, if it's good, it makes you go, yay, I'm doing good. And if you're doing bad, it makes you go, damn, I should stop doing bad and do good. So, that would be my dream mushroom. What else we got? Oh, wow. 6 minutes left. Yeah. Tina Marie is in East Texas. And I know that Tina is on occasion willing to teach. So Tina, plug for you. Psilocybin. I'm assuming you meant the other word I can't pronounce. I keep wanting to say placebo mushroom, but it's not. But I think there's a Y in there somewhere. Anyway. What else we got going on? Water time. Yeah, or however you spell it. Due to my position in life, I usually don't discuss or have even experimented or really do anything with any hallucinogenics or anything like that. I make my money with my brain, and so I need my brain firing on all the cylinders it's capable of firing upon. So I've never messed around with anything like that. Western edge of Texas Hill. Ooh, way out there. Oh, an hour west of Kerrville. Man, you're way out there. Trying to think what I'm going to. Yeah, that's like way past Vista Brewing and all that. Bummer, man. I need to figure out a way to get out to you because it's beautiful. Oh, I'm an idiot. Of course. So, I'm writing these books for Texas A&M, or we haven't signed the contract yet, but we're working on it. And at some point, I need to do a multi-day excursion out into the hill country to get pictures. So maybe we can do a 2-bird, 1-stone sort of thing. Don't have plans yet. I need to get a real job first, but then go from there. Okay. Yep. Drug test. There is that too. But like I said, I like unfiltered, unmodified sensory perceptions because the world is pretty fascinating as it is. And like I said, I think you would all prefer me to, speak things that are, relatively truthful as opposed to, delirious stuff. Yeah, so there is definitely a lot of good research on it, especially with depression and post-traumatic stress syndrome, disorder, those sort of things. It's an amazing medicinal compound, but at this point, it's not something I feel comfortable recommending for people because that's just it's a level beyond what I'm ready to take on. Okay, 2 more minutes. Wow, we got time for one more question. Hey, everyone, thank you. I was like really, really, really bummed out before the show started, but now I'm happy and excited and enthusiastic again. So thank you very, 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 very much for that. You all are my friends and I love you. And knowing you're out there praying for me and trying to, vibrate the universe in a way that will find me a job gives me and my family a great deal of comfort. So thank you very, very, very much. You have no idea how important you all are to me. Big group hug, group hug. Oh, group hug. You can even throw a goat in here. Goat hug, goat hug. Yeah. So thank you all. Any yeah, there are no words for how wonderful this whole community has become. I'm watching you help each other. I'm watching you, teach each other, and it just warms my heart that this has come out of my weaponized insomnia, basically. So just much, much, much love. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. Hey, Merriwether, do you want to say goodbye? Okay, run fast because it's 9 o'clock. Merriwether feels the same way about you. Mrs. Weather and the other child won't be home for another like 45 or 50 minutes, but they love you too. But anyway, so there he is. So from us to you, much love, and see you next week. It seems like Thursday is working out. Last night, I was able actually to play cards with the family. It was awesome. Okay, enough. Go hug friends, call friends, hug family. See you next week.